The number one hate comment that I get whenever I share anything about toxic relationships, narcissists, toxic baby daddies, whatever, is, well, you chose wrong. Well, you chose the wrong baby daddy, or you chose to have kids with that person, and you have to deal with the repercussions of having kids with someone like that. And I just truly think that that is so ignorant for someone to say. Most people who end up with a toxic, abusive person don't choose that. They don't want that. Toxic, manipulative, narcissistic people are very good at manipulating you and getting you stuck and trauma bonded. And when you come from an abusive situation, or all you ever knew was abuse growing up, that feels comfortable to you, so you don't think it's wrong. And so to discredit or talk down to a single mom who's doing her best to raise her kids and leave that toxic situation is so ignorant, because you don't understand, unless you've been in that situation, how brave and how courageous it is to step out of a toxic situation to make a better life for you and your kids. So when you put the blame on a victim of emotional abuse by saying they chose the wrong parent to have children with, so when you tell a single parent it's their fault that they ended up with someone abusive, you're just making excuses for the abusive person. Strength that it takes to leave an emotionally and psychologically abusive person, if you've never done it, you won't understand. So for you to comment on it and think that you even know a slightest bit of what this person is going through, disrespectfully, go fuck yourself. As a parent who is doing my absolute best to protect my children and break these generational curses that aren't even my generational curses to break, I don't get offended by these comments because I know who I am and I know what I've been through. But I know that there's other women that aren't in the place that I'm at now that hear and see these comments and think, well, it's my fault and I can never get out of this situation. And that's so damaging to those women, or in some cases men. It takes so much freaking strength to leave an abusive person, especially when they psychologically and emotionally manipulated and abused you for so long. And if you don't understand what trauma bonding is, they literally get your brain chemically addicted to their abuse, because they're not always abusive. There is a cycle of love and abuse. And so you think that they're going to get back to the person that they were, but they never do. So you didn't choose someone that was abusive. You chose someone that lied to you and pretended like they were a good person, and then you got stuck with them. And then you stay with them because you're afraid for your kids, and sometimes you're afraid for your life.